Some of you guys are probably spending Thanksgiving with your families. Some of you guys are probably doing it alone. And some of you guys that are doing it alone may feel like some type of way or might feel like this sucks because you guys are always comparing, your Thanksgiving to other people's Thanksgivings, maybe on social media or if you're, talking to some friends, coworkers, whatever, going over your Thanksgiving plans and you're feeling some type of way. And I'm here to tell you that, you know what, even though you're by yourself, you're all alone, there's still a lot of things to be grateful for. That's the number one thing you have to remember about Thanksgiving, right? It's all about showing gratitude for the things that you already have, that you do have. Even though, there's things that you don't have compared to other people, you still do have a lot that you should still be grateful for. In my case, I don't live with my family anymore. I moved out like last year, and I don't really even spend any time with them, to be honest. Like I don't spend really any time talking to my dad at all since I moved out. I do talk to my mom here and there once in a while, and my sister. We're still on good terms. But me and my father, we're not really on good terms, so don't really talk to him that much. However, I don't have any ill intentions towards him. I'm still grateful that they're part of my life, ever so slightly, you know. But there's a few things that you could do to make your Thanksgiving day a little bit more enjoyable. And even if you're by yourself, there's things that you could do to still make it a great Thanksgiving. All right. And the first thing you should do is plan something to do. Honestly, just plan something to do for that day. Whether it be, right now, I mean, in New York City, it's raining. It's pretty disgusting out. But you can still plan some stuff indoors. You can plan to shoot a YouTube video or work out at home, right? I made a video before on how to work out at home. So you guys can always watch that video and get to working out at your house. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is you could just do stuff that you enjoy. On top of planning some fun things to do during your day, you should focus on also being grateful and write some of the things down that you are grateful for, right? Like, for example, I could write, I'm very grateful for having six pack abs, and I'm very grateful for having a roof over my head. I'm very grateful for having food on my table. I'm very grateful for having a job, because a lot of people, they don't have a roof over their heads, they don't have job, they don't have money coming in. Like, it's hard out here. So you gotta be aware of the things that you do have and not really compare yourself to other people, right? And when you do compare yourself to other people, you have to realize everyone's different. Everyone's going at their own pace and everyone has their own life going on. You only see the surface level of stuff. Let's say they have like an Instagram story of the whole Thanksgiving party. They're only going to show you the highlights of their life. It's not their whole life. They also could have been spending a whole lot of money for this whole event, and if you by yourself, you don't have to spend any money. That's one one benefit. All right, so I really encourage you guys not to compare yourself to other people on social media. Right, you're gonna see a lot of other people posting on their story. You're gonna feel some type of way, and I encourage you guys, just be happy with your whatever you got going on. Plan some stuff for yourself. Don't worry about other people. Okay. Now, let's get into the meal portion because Thanksgiving is all about eating, right? So you should really focus on not eating what everybody else is eating, turkey or whatever, right? Make something or just get something that you really enjoy. Personally, I ordered lao galbi. It's like Korean barbecue, right? And it's like my favorite short ribs, and it's like literally my favorite dish ever. That's what I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna get a turkey. I don't care for turkeys. I'm just gonna get whatever I want to eat. This is how I'm enjoying my Thanksgiving, basically. I'm not gonna eat the turkey because I don't really like turkey, right? So I'm gonna get whatever I like to eat. Some Korean barbecue. It's expensive, right? It's like $40, but it's Thanksgiving. You gotta enjoy yourself, and that's one way of enjoying yourself instead of being like super duper depressed and like thinking, oh, I wish I could be eating out with my family, this and that. Hey, man, just order yourself something good to eat. Enjoy that shit. Enjoy a little delicious lunch. Enjoy a little dessert. Indulge a little bit. Have some fun with your little cheat day. A little Thanksgiving meal day. And on top of setting the food, getting the food that you want to eat, you should also set a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like create a little little Thanksgiving vibe for yourself if you want. I personally don't care for the whole theatrics, But if you have a preference on fucking setting up some fucking candles, putting up some decorations, hey, fucking do that shit. You know, like by all means, if it makes you feel a little better, it makes you feel a little more cozier. Hey, you can set up the vibes. You know, like fucking, it's always a good vibe if you know put that a little extra work to make the environment feel a little bit better. You know, which is understandable for some people. I personally just don't care. I really could care less about candles and fucking decorations. And and if you do feel like you're feeling too lonely still, like there's nobody in your life, and you feel like, oh, I just want to talk to somebody or whatever, hey, FaceTime your friends, talk to somebody. You know, you call your loved ones. Don't be shy. Just because you are alone doesn't mean you actually are alone, right? You're making yourself alone by not reaching out to people and like calling them. I'm sure they'll pick up. There's people that are going to pick up, and if not, hey, book a call with me. I'll talk to you for a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a link in the description, and you guys can always book a call and talk to me. A little, you know, a little one-on-one session, and those are free. Like 10, 15 minutes. I always talk to you guys for free. No worries. And if you ever guys want to do that, link is in the bio, guys. It's like my fourth wall website, right? My website, whatever. It's linked down there, so you guys can always talk to me. I'm always here. Book a call. And you guys can always join the community too. I have a little group community basically, and if you join, I give you my direct phone number and I put you in a little group chat, right? So you can always reach me directly after you join that. Um, Besides that, like even if you don't want to, you know, reach out to people and you just want your alone time, hey, that's completely reasonable. I personally like my alone time. Like today, I'm having a day off. I'm gonna just completely spend it alone, you know. And by all means, you should focus on yourself, right? Like take this day and reflect, or try something new, right? It's completely within the realms of this holiday, you know. Like you could really do whatever you want. It's a day to be just grateful and just enjoying a day off from work and stuff, you know. A few other things you could do is, you know, you can still do your self-care routine, exercise, do some meditation, just the normal stuff that you normally would be doing. And I would personally revisit some goals that you were trying to accomplish before that you weren't able to get around to, you know. Try to revisit some of the goals and try to journal what you're grateful for, right? Like I said before, like write down what you're grateful for, because then you can actually visually see it, and you'll understand like the gratitude is like a physical. It's not even physical. It's like it actually exists once you think about it, right? That the gratefulness that you feel, it becomes real, basically. You know, it's not just a thought. It becomes a real thing once you actually feel it. Ah, I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what you have to get through your mind. It's really all in your mind, you know, for the most part. You know. And you can always create new traditions. That's the beauty of Thanksgiving, right? It's not so cookie cutter that like, oh, you have to have a bunch of family members around the big table, cut up the turkey, do all this and that. You know, you can always create new traditions, like starting a new starting a new anime series, or starting a movie marathon, right? Like personally, I would watch like some new anime during some days like this, right? Basically, starting with anime that I had on my list that I've always wanted to watch. Maybe like something like Black Butler, or I don't know. There's a bunch of animes that I had on my list that I thought about starting, but just never got around to. So it's always a good chance to start up new series, or do a movie marathon like the Harry Potter series. I thought about starting a Harry Potter marathon before, but you know, I don't want to do it by myself. To be honest, I wanted somebody to watch it with. To be honest, but there's other things you could do. Like you could do a hobby, like painting something, baking, or working out. Personal favorite, working out, right? Another is you could write letters to your future self about what you're grateful for this year, which is kind of like planning ahead, and it's kind of a fun thing to do. You know, you could write a little letter, you know, seal it up, and you know, open it up next year. It's always very fun to look back at some stuff that you did before, you know. And I'm sure that you guys have your own things going on in your life, and I appreciate you guys for watching this video. And maybe it helped, maybe it didn't, but I hope that this message finds you well, and I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I love all you guys. Thank you.